Auto Trader can also help you find that perfect set of wheels to fit your needs. Convenience stores all over the Bay Area carry the popular Auto Trader magazine, so stop in, pick one up today. For more information on advertising rates, call the Auto Trader, 530-5656. 530-5656. Auto Trader, because it works. All right, looking at heat number 1 in our Auto Trader Street Stocks. It looks like the 96 machine of Kirby Kitzman starts on the pole. Photography, as well as Lugnuts Race Bar and Grill, all helping out the 51 this year. He's back there in the back with that bright red and yellow paint job, just a little bit different than Mike Heingardner had, but let's see what happens as we get ready to start them up. That's Brad Fisk on the pole as Kirby Kitzman in the 96. Not out for this one. So Kirby going to the rear in the white 96, and green flag flies. We're racing in the year 2000 for points. And the 16 of Maria Blair goes for a ride down the front stretch. There goes the 7 machine of Eric Johnson. But it's the 35 of Joe Smith out first. Maria can't get the car to fire. Yellow flag will come out. Complete restart on that one. And Maria not getting up to speed. Rob Partelow taking part in our open wheel modified class this year, running for points. Last year's 1999 Rookie of the Year in the All-Pro Series. Rob Partelow returning to Sunshine this year. As we go back, green flag racing in our first heat in the Auto Trader Street Stocks, 3 wide down the back stretch. Kowalski on the inside, Hall on the outside. Joe Cool out front trying to make a run for it. Off of turn 4 cleanly. Everybody gets through the first lap. Down the back stretch they come. Kowalski getting the nose out in front of the 1 car of Hall. Here comes Pete Kuhn in that new 27 car. Partelow in the 9 right there in the top 5. Bellera makes the 85 look good as he goes through 1 and 2. Partelow takes a look on the outside of Kuhn. Partelow still hanging tough on the outside, trying to make the run on the high side. Down the back stretch, this time by 4 laps down, 4 laps left to go in heat number 1 for our Auto Trader Street Stocks. Down the back stretch, it's still the 35 of Joe Cool. Joe Smith out front, Kowalski all over the back bumper. The 41 of Kowalski, scheduled to start in the 11th spot, still hanging on to second. Top 5 distancing himself from 6th and 7th. Altabelli making a run at the 85 machine of Bellera, but here goes Partelow on the inside. As we get down to the last laps, Partelow making a move down low. Kuhn slides high. White flag out for the 35 of Joe Smith. Down through 1 and 2, side by side for 4th. Out in front, it's still Joe Cool in the 35. Out of turn 4, he'll start his season off strong in the 35 machine, Joe Cool Smith. The 41 is Kowalski, the 1 of Bob Hall's 3rd, and it's a toss-up. They'll let me know in a minute between Partelow, then the 56 of John McCula, the 6 of Ed Kidd, the 98. New purple paint for Hollywood, Ron Davis in the 40, and McCula back there in the 56, Ed Kidd in the 6. Watch out for all those cars as they start to come to the front. Last year's top 5 finishers in points are hanging out in the back of the pack here, so heads up as we get ready to fire this one off, coming out of 4. Hahn and Chris bring him down. Chris tries to get the jump, and no green flag on that one. Robert. Green flag flies. Now we're racing. Chris catches him sleeping as he gets the jump. Hahn at 77, 5 car lengths back now. Looks like the 12 machine of Craver slides up into the 3rd spot, but Hahn having some trouble through 3 and 4 with the CD Roma's car. It's slipping and sliding kind of high. Looks like the 12 of Craver will take the low line, trying to make the move. Here comes Matthews in the 0. As he pulls up alongside the 0-1 of Brian Sabato. McCullough well on the move on the bottom in the 56 car. He'll be patient through the heat race. 12 cars going forward from each of our heats tonight. Well, there goes the 0-1 of Sabato. He'll get turned around in turns 3 and 4. Down the back stretch goes your leader. He's way out in front on this one. Sabato gets it fired up, trying to get it out of the way. So it's still Craver in 2nd. Hahn hangs on for 3rd right now. Matthews in 4th, but here comes the 56 machine as he tries to take over the 4th spot. 5 laps down, 3 laps left to go in this one. 3 more times around for the 2 of Robert Crisp. Down in turns 3 and 4, looks like the 4 machine of Jason Graham will put the challenge on the 98 Roger Welch. Hollywood Ron Davis trying to get the 40 up and going, but it's the white flag for Robert Crisp in the 2. Down the back stretch, nobody's going to touch him unless he comes apart. Craver safely in the 2nd with Hahn in 3rd. Matthews 4th, McCullough 5th, and that looks like the way they'll finish that one out. With Grimes, Kidd behind that. Mini Stock, sponsored by the One Stop Auto Parts folks for 2000. It's and Kucha in the 12. So 24 cars will make the field for the feature as we get under here on these 3 heat races for the mini stock division. And he come down the front straight. Here's the green flag. 8 laps in this first heat race for the mini stock division. Side by side as they both go into 1 and 2. A little bit of bumping on the 69 and the 14. Tina Renier going down the back stretch. She starts to fade to the back. Keep an eye now on the 40. Dennis Valdez working his way to the front. Side by side between 1 and 2. Good run as the pack sticks together. Renier gets into the 12. Eric Kucha got into the 14 of Renier. No green flag yet. And turns 3 and 4. Coming out of 4. Got a couple down the front chute. No yellow yet. Yellow flag. Vehicle. As they're coming around, turns 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. And they're racing. Single file down the front straight, 1 and 2. Single file on. Now here comes a 3 sneaking under the 24. That's Rockis in the 3. He's going to get by the 24 of Chris Thornton. Here comes the 81. He's going to come along. That's Steve Pilo. As they come up side by side down the front straightaway. 81 Appeal now working in the under the 24. Down the back straightaway. Good run for the 81 Appeal working his way from the back. 3 wide now in turns 3 and 4. Appeal sticking his nose down in there. And he's going to pull him down the front straightaway side by side. In the meantime, the 2 front runners now. The number 3 of Rockis. He's working on the inside of Thornton. Or Meredith in the 32. Moving on into turns 2, 3 and 4. They're going to have a yellow flag. The 55 is... So they're looking for the green flag. The 32 of Troy Meredith is going to be fighting off the number 3 of Rockis as they come down the straightaway. As they go down the back straightaway now, here comes the 40 of Valdez. He's working his way on to Pilo. as he's going to stay down low now. He's going to get out behind Rutgers into 3 down the straightaway. As they go side by side now between 1 and 2. Here comes the 40. He's on the tail of Rutgers. Rutgers into 3. Five laps in the book now as they're going for a good battle for second place. Here comes Pilo now down the back straightaway. We go down to 32. That's Troy Meredith. And of course, Rutgers into 3. Now they're going to pound them up now down the straight chute. The 40 of Valdez. Here comes the 93. Abayaki now. He's going to get in the mix also. Going to bring the 69 also with him. Zolciak in the 69, the yellow and black car. Good battle now as the 40 gets into the 3. Turns 4. Last lap. White flag is out. Good battle now as they go between 1 and 2. The 32 going down the back chute. Here comes Pilo. He's going to bring the 93 and the 3 of Rutgers with him. Looking now for a checkered flag on a turn 4, side by side. It's the 81. Steve Pilo. Good side-by-side racing. Worked through the traffic. Good run. Bennett. Number 2 in the One-Stop Auto Parts Mini Stocks. Remind you, still got a bunch of great deals going on down in the souvenir booth. All kinds of NASCAR hats, new Tony Stewart T-shirts and tank tops. Gordon Earnhardt and Mark Martin selection of T-shirts are in. The 2040th anniversary jackets are in stock. So get down there, check them out as we go green flag racing in heat number 2. The early jumps, the 65 machine of Joey Catarelli. Taylor in the 5 trying to hang with him. Mark Menez in the 41 and the 6 of Mary Green and coming through on the outside row to make the move to the front. Down the back stretch as the top 5 start to spread it out. Mackie Mongold making the move from the back, trying to get up into that 6th spot. He'll start chasing down the 30 of Tim McPhail, the Missile. Down the back stretch, they'll be looking at the 96 machine. Bill Walker, a lot of smoke out of turn number 4. I think he's just gone awry as the motors come apart on him or something's happened. Car's slipping and sliding. We'll see if he got any more oil on the track. He tried to stay up in the high line, well out of the way. Everything seems to be all right. Down the back stretch, though, goes your leader. As they go through lap 4, that's halfway, 4 laps down. Oh, now we're starting to get some spins. You can hold off the celebration station number 5 car, but Taylor not getting a great start. The 41 of Mark Menez getting on the outside. The Brandon Ford 41 trying to hang on the outside, making a long way around. He'll drop back down in behind him. Down the back stretch, here comes the 6 of Mary Mongold. McPhail runs the 30 way in deep. A good run in through 3 and 4 for him. Down the front stretch comes the 30. It's still the 65 of Calarelli starting to stretch it out down the back straightaway. Top 7 cars. Nose to tail. Next time by, white flag should fly for the 65. Oh, 31's turned around turn number 4. Couldn't see him through the I-beam up here. Oh, good heavens. There's a restart that I may not get restarted. Mark Menez trying to make a big move on the outside. Got a big jump on that one. I don't think he can get away with that, even though the front car, I think, had fired almost. So maybe Mark just getting the better of Taylor. But Taylor will be awake this time. He might even pull up closer to the wall. Who knows? Going to save that outside lane. There we go. Now we're going to fire him up. Green-white checkered left in this one. Oh, the Missile sticks the nose in. Gets her sideways through 1 and 2, but saves it. Mackey taking a look on the outside now. White flag flies for the 65 of Catarelli. I don't think they'll catch him unless something happens. Mary Green up into the 4th spot trying to hang on as McPhail in the missile tries to make the move down low. Menez in the 41 will settle for 3rd as they finish up with Catarelli taking heat number 2 in our one-stop Auto Parts Vinny Stocks.
B-Main. So that should be interesting to try to get those guys in tonight's action. As we had set up for heat number, the pace car puts the light out. And the 05 is Rick Sermons. He was in the 58 as we had our Winter Nationals. He took that win in the 20-lap feature. So again, Rick Sermons in the 05 this year, along with Kim in the 06. As they come to 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. Good start. And the 51, Tommy Bauer gets a good lead, takes him through single file the turns 1 and 2. He's got the 20. That's Robert Yoho in them right on his tail, bringing the 16 now. That's Glenn Kelly. And now they got the 8 coming along with them. Tim Harmon. As the 4 now start to get down the front chute. Yoho looks on the inside, but says he's going to stay there in 2nd as they come through 1 and 2. Now here comes the Python, the number 70. That's Nikens. The 00 Mongol. And now here comes, Mongol in the 00 gets in with the 05 of Rick Sermons in turn 4. He's going to stay out there. Yellow flag comes out. Now there's 2 laps. We'll see if they convert in front. He's on the pole. He's got the 20, Yoho, Robert Yoho behind him in the 20. As the green flag comes out, 2 laps. They'll be working on lap number 3. The 20, Yoho, gets a little loose down the front chute. Side by side now, here comes the 16, and Glenn Kelly working on Yoho down the back chute. Here comes the Python, a 70 of Artie Nikens. He's working hard on the 70. So Nikens working on the 8 of Tim Kelly as they work between 3 and 4, or 2 and 3. Down the back now, there's Nikens on the outside of the 8 of Tim Harmon. And in the meantime, now the 51 of Bauer. Stretching out that lead now, coming down 1 and 2. Robert Yoho kind of slid a little loose in 4. The 16, now Kelly works his way up. Yoho going to work on the inside, down the back straight. Side by side into 3 and 4. The 20, Yoho gets a little bit loose. Pushes the 16 of Kelly up high. Here comes the 70 of Nikens now. He's working on the 20. Side by side. Swapping paint. Now here comes the 05. That's Rick Sermons. He's going to pass the 20. Yoho now into 3 and 4. In the meantime, now the 51, your pole sitter, Tommy Bauer, is getting a good lead now on the pack as they're battling out for 2nd. So the Python of Marty Nikens into 70 now moves into 2nd. The 05 of Sermons, he was pushed to the back, now worked his way up. Has a good battle now as they string it out down the front chute. In the turns 1 and 2, Nikens now starting to get a little bit of gap on the 05 of Sermons down the back chute. And the 20 Yoho starting to fade back now as they're looking for the checkered flag. The 51 of Tommy Bauer, your pole sitter, takes the lead. The 20 of Nikens, the 70 of Nikens takes 2nd. And the 05 of Rick Sermons.
One entry did not make the field for tonight's race out of Pembroke Pines, Florida, the RCR old machine of Scott Crisafulli. So 7 cars in the B main. There's a green flag. They fire down the front straightaway. It's Mike Abbott now taking the early lead. Eddie King out of Altus, Florida. The Eddie King Automotive Valvoline Quick Lube Chevrolet grabs the early lead. Then it's 23, Mike Abbott, followed by number 47, Chris Fontaine, running in 3rd place. 4th place will be the 163 car, Brian Washburn, out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. In 5th place will be the 81 machine. And it's Mike Siapi. Once again, your leader, number 16, out of Alturas, Florida, Eddie King. 12 laps in each one of these last chance races. Once again, Eddie King now having a little problems off of turn 4. He gets it back together. Mike Abbott trying to run him down along with Chris Fontaine. They're running 1, 2, and 3. Then Brian Washburn in 4th place. Mike Siafi in 5th place. Number 18, Steve Trieger in 6th place. In 7th place, number 32, Ronnie Skipper. Now Ronnie taking a look to the inside of Steve Trieger. Halfway that time by. I should say halfway this time by. It appears to be halfway for your leader, number 16, Eddie King. Eddie builds all of his own motors. It's a Hal chassis. Problems now over in turns 1 and 2. That's number 18, Steve Trieger. And number 32, Ronnie All right, lights go out in the Jarrett Butterford Ford Pace truck. He drops off the field over in turn 4. There's a green flag. They fire down the front straightaway. Eddie King has a field in tow as they go down into turn 1. Out of turn 2, it's Eddie King, Mike Abbott, Chris Fontaine running 1, 2, and 3. Then Brian Washburn in 4th place. Washburn getting a little racy now as they come into turn 4. Turns the heat up on Chris Fontaine. Top 4 are going to transfer. Here comes Washburn. He's got to run up under Fontaine. They break late as they go into turn 3. They get together, a little bit of contact now. Fontaine trying to hold off Washburn. As they go down into turn 1, it's a good battle for 3rd place between Washburn and Fontaine. Now Washburn got the run down the back straightaway. Fontaine battles back as they go into turn 3. They're side by side. Fontaine gets loose. He hangs on, but he's going to allow the 163 car of Brian Washburn to hold on to 3rd place. Top 4 are going to transfer. It's going to be 2 laps this time by. 2 laps for your leader, Eddie King. Then Mike Abbott, Chris Fontaine. Now Mike Siafi. Problem. It's a long push back home wherever you're at. That's for sure. RBQ 67T. Your lights are on. It's off on the Jarrett Butterford Ford Pace truck. It's Eddie King. Only 2 cars. Only 2 of these cars are going to transfer. Obviously, we have some provisionals that we weren't quite made aware of. Now, problem with the 47 car. He gets out of line. That's Chris Fontaine. So only 2 of these cars are going to make it. White lap comes out. Eddie King, Mike Abbott, set to make tonight's main event. Mike Siafi trying to do everything he can to run down Mike Abbott. Don't think he's going to have time to do so. He breaks as he comes into 3. There's a checker flag. Your winner out of Alturas, Florida, Eddie King. Then Mike Abbott is going to make Mike Siafi, Chris. The Air Coastal Helicopter Chevrolet of Dan Crow. Now we'll set your lineup for tonight's main event here at the Sunshine Action Speedway. Lights go on the Jarrett Butterford Ford Pace truck. We get set to go green flag racing here at the Sunshine Action Speedway. It's Robbie Smith, Jimmy Castleberry on the front row. Robbie Stewart, Eddie Miller on the second row. They fire off a turn 4. There's a green flag. They're 3 abreast immediately as they go down into turn 1. It's Jimmy Castleberry grabbing the early lead, but coming back, Robbie Stewart fights back to the inside. Then Robbie Smith up in 3rd place. Tony Amico on the outside. Tony skidding up the track, trying to hang on. We're going to stay under green for the time being. Here comes Tony. He's going to fire it up. We're going to stay under green. Now there's problems along the back straightaway. Brent O'Neill and the roll gaskets machine caught up over in turn 3. Now that will bring out the Dave Fletcher chassis machine for quite a while. And they're looking for a good finish here tonight. There's a green flag. Castleberry has them in tow as they go down into turn 1. Robbie Stewart turns up the heat right on the back bumper of Jimmy Castleberry as they come down into turn 3. Then it's Brian Hutchinson. Good run for Brian Hutchinson. Turn 3, turn 4. Everybody getting a little loose over there. Brent O'Neill does a slide job on Tony Amico. Usually we see that on a dirt track, but Tony getting loose up there over in turn 4. Back in, one to come around in front. This time he tiptoes through a little bit easier. Look back up to the front. Robbie Stewart puts the heat up on Jimmy Castleberry. Now a battle for 4th place. Brent O'Neill turns up the heat on Dan Crow. Once again, only the top 2 are going to transfer. tell the top two cars, the two leaders, actually be able to keep those cars stuck down to the bottom of the track. Everyone else having problems. You can see them sliding up just a groove or two on this track. But Jimmy Castleberry and Robbie Storr running 1 and 2, able to keep those cars planted right down the bottom. There's a halfway sign. Once again, only the top two going to transfer, but the battle for 4th place really raging on between Brent O'Neill, Tony Amico, and Dan Crow. These guys really duking it out for 4th place. Here comes Dan Crow. He took a look to the inside to Tony Amico. He's unable to find the horses. He falls back in line now, has a good run off of turn 4. But Amico able to put the horsepower down now. That is exactly right. Tony's car could be tightening up just a bit. That car not wanting to turn. You can see it push up the track. We'll see if he's able to hang on this time. 2 laps this time by for your leader, Jimmy Castleberry. The Don Robinson concrete machine comes out of turn 4. 2 laps to go. So it is Jimmy Castleberry and Robbie Storr, Brian Hutchinson, Brent O'Neill. There's the white flag. Leaders now out of turn 2 along the back straightaway. And your winner out of Cartersville, Florida, number 3, Jimmy Castleberry. 2nd place will go to Robbie Storr, number 21. 3rd place, Brian Hutchinson, the rookie out of Ocala, Florida.
And last year's 1999 champion, Darren Jackson in the 73. In the 5, it's Ron Campbell. And the 10 is Skeeter Martin. Open wheel modified race of 2000. This will be the heat race. First one for the 2000 season for the open wheel modifieds. So we'll see. Here we go. Green flag flies. Heingardner with a jump down the straightaway on the outside. See if it holds up through 1 and 2. Looks like it. Bartlett slips up a little bit, has to hit the brake. Here comes the 99 of Roger Stahl on the outside as he tries to make the move around the long way. Randy Rosenberry in the 42, looking good down on the inside. Staying on the tight line on the bottom. Roger saves it up off the wall as the 99 gets away from him in turn 1. Well, last year's 1999 track champion, Darren Jackson, taking a look around the 42. Skeeter Martin in the 10, hanging on to that 5th spot down the back straightaway. He'll take a look on the outside. Out of turn number 4, it's Bartlett trying to chase down the 51 of Mike Heingardner. Heingardner, mindset on winning the championship this year. Gets off to a good start halfway through this one as he'll lead 4 laps in the books, 4 laps left to go. It's still the 42 of Randy Rosenberry trying to hold off the hard-charging 73 of Darren Jackson. Back behind them, it looks like the 2 of J.R. Wade has gotten the best of Jimmy Thompson's number 11. Thompson still down on the inside now. He'll come back to the front with the 11 car out in front of the 2. Out of turn 4, Jackson looks like he'll finally get clear of the 42. Here comes the 10 machine. He'll challenge on the outside of the 42. That's Skeeter Martin. He'll slide up in 1 and 2. And they'll be single file with a white flag flying for the 51 of Mike Heingardner. Down the back stretch, Heingardner makes it look easy. give the first heat event for the season to Mike Heingardner. The 71 machine. Doing a good job to start off the season. Down front, watch for the girls with the tickets in their hands, and they will get you set up with those 50-50 raffle tickets. Hot laps, give them a couple of chances to warm up the tires, warm up the motors. Well, this is only hot laps, guys, but it looked like they're going for it all, huh? So everybody's starting to slow down. We got to get them all lined back up again. And then again in Tampa, 601 North 19th Street, right there in Ybor City in Tampa. Give them a call, 1-800-4-HOSE. That's 1-800-367-4673. Goodyear Rubber Products, because it's Goodyear. Here we go. Heat number 2 in open wheel modifieds. The early leaders, Tom White in the 30 machine. Chris Robbins in that new 88 slides into second. Here comes the 4 of Jim Keelan Jr. Down the backstretch. Oh, the 2X going for a ride. Going to get together. Dan Partlow gets her stopped. But everybody, this almost takes out a couple. Partlow locked it up to get it stopped, and he won't get her fired up again. Brings him down. Robbins right on the back bumper. Jim Keelan Jr. Then comes the young boy Dreer as Aaron tries to hang on in 4th with the 3 of Meehan in 5th. Green flag flies down the back stretch. It's already the 2 X of Kessler trying to make the spot back. Partlow lets him go. Out in front though, Wright starting to stretch it out. Robbins trying to hold off the charge of Jim Keelan Jr. Out of turn number 4, it's still the 30 of White out in front. Down the back stretch, it's the 88 of Chris Robbins in second. Down the front stretch, it looks like the 2X machine is off the pace. Down the back stretch, still the 30 of White hangs on. Robbins doing a good job of keeping Keelan behind him, but Jim Keelan Jr., he'd like to move on up into the second spot. Next week we start running off the points, so he needs to make as many as possible. Next time by, white flag flies. One more lap to go for the 30 machine of White. Aaron Dreer trying to hang on. He gets stopped and parked in turn number 4, but hangs on as the 3 machine of Kessler Meehan gets into the back. Down the back straightaway, though, it's still the 30 of White out front. Robbins in the 88 coming through for the second place finish with Jim Keelan Jr. Aaron Dreer and the 3 of Tony Meehan rounding out the top. C43 CCS, move your vehicle. Blue, Jim Bellara. The 0, Jim Matthews. The 09 is Paul Godby. The 99, Steve Harbug. The 12 is C.J. Craver. The 1's Bob Hall. The 2 is the wild man, Robert Crisp. The 55, Brad Fisk. 77, Rick Hall. The 35 is Joe Coolsmith. And the 06, Dennis Wisnowski. Oh, heads up, we got cars going everywhere into turn number 1. Halfway back in the pack, it's the 09 trying to hang on. Down the back stretch, it's still the 7 of Johnson and the 4 of Graham side by side out of turn number 4. Hollywood Ron Davis on the outside in row number 2. Here goes Dan Partlow to the bottom. They'll make it 3 wide down into turn number 3. Partlow on the bottom. Johnson in the middle, and it'll be the 4 machine of Graham that takes the outside line high and loses a few positions. Dan Partlow in the newly skinned number 9, trying to make his run to the front. Here comes the 40 machine of Hollywood. Ron Davis on the bottom. Pete Kuhn lined up right behind him. Kowicki on the outside, holding on to a top 5 spot. Out of turn number 2, Partlow starting to stretch it out. Here comes Hollywood, Ron Davis. He'll make the move underneath the 7 of Johnson. Pete Kuhn in that 27 car gets a little sideways, starts a little chain reaction behind him, but he'll hang on as Kowalski makes the move on the outside of the 27. Now the 7 of Johnson slips up in 1 and 2. Here comes the 27 machine one more time. Oh, there goes the front wheel off the 7 of Johnson. He's broken a tie rod. Partlow in the 9, trying to hang on, but Johnson in the 7 is stuck on the front stretch. A yellow comes out. Johnson runs it in the 00. Then comes the 98 of Walsh. Coming off of turn number 3, he'll fire it up. Hollywood Ron Davis goes with him. Here comes Pete Kuhn, Alan Kowicki, and Graham all holding right with him. Everybody makes the first lap in the top 10, still in single file. Steve Harbuck in the 99 making a move in the back, but there goes Kuhn. He slides up in turn 2. Kowicki gets underneath him. Here comes Graham in the 4. Kowalski in the 41. Down the back stretch, it's still Dan Partlow in the 9 machine out in front for the first feature event. With 7 laps in, call it 8 laps next time by. Side-by-side racing back in the pack as the 76 of Altobelli makes the move underneath the 27 of Kuhn. Drops back out of turn number 2, gives him some running room. Grimes in the 00 right there in front of a big pack of cars as the 98 of Welch, the 6 of Kidd, the 56 of McCullough, the 2 of Crisp, all battling out for the last of the top 10 spots. Halfway, 10 laps down, 10 laps left to go in tonight's Street Stock feature event. Dan Partlow starting to stretch it out over the 40 of Hollywood Ron Davis. Kowalski right there on the back bumper. Graham hanging on. Pete Kuhn settled into the 5th spot. Lap traffic, not a problem yet. Will be shortly for our leader, but back in the pack, it's Ed Kidd and John McCullough still inching their way towards the front as they challenge the 98 machine of Welch. Now they're going to be 3 wide coming off at 2. Chris gives a little room on the bottom. 55, Brad Fisk, well up out of the way as he gets lapped by our leader. Now the second and third place cars will challenge around here. Here comes McCullough in the 56 as he makes a move underneath the 00 of Pat Grimes. Welch in the 98 still trying to hang on underneath the Ed Kidd. They'll get together, but no damage done. Dan Partlow still out in front as he sees 5 laps left to go. 5 more times around for the number 9 of Dan Partlow. 3 wide through turns 3 and 4 as Chris, Welch, and Kidd get together. Lap traffic in between the leader and second place. Partlow coming up on some cars battling for position. He'll get hung up behind the 51. Doesn't want to be there. At least not for long. Hollywood Ron Davis trying to make up some ground quickly. Oh, there's the 51 of Coleman. He'll get way out of shape up high. 2 laps left to go. 2 more times around for the number 9 of Dan Partlow. Down the back stretch, it's the 09 being lapped by the 40 next. It looks like there may not be enough time as there's only one lap left to go. One more time around for the 9 of Dan Partolo. Checkered flag flies for the first feature event of the year 2000 in the Auto Trader Street Stocks for Danny Partolo. Hollywood Ron Davis second. Kowalski third. Graham fourth.
Please come to the flag stand at this time. If you're in Partolo, your first feature event in the year 2000. Well, Dan, it's been reskinned, it's been worked on right up till the end, but you made it work, man, and that was a lot of work, it looked like, but you got it done.
Oh, Ron Davis is an excellent competitor, and it's tough to run in any class out here, much less street stocks. It's the most competitive class in the state of Florida and probably in all of USA.
Very good. We like that. We'll look forward to seeing you here again. And now you're off to a good start for our 2000 point championship. Think you can hang on?
Oh, dang sure gonna try.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Danny Partolo.
Down Florida, the Bramlett Electric Machine, Ryan Hutchison. Out of here, Wonder Florida, the JRA Air Conditioning Machine, number 77, Tony Amico. Okay, out of Pompano Beach, Florida, starting at the 23rd position, number 40, Eddie Miller. City, Florida, the Burn Wagon Architect for number 11, Marlon Lynn. Starting in the 21st position, rookie out of Lakeland, Florida, the Discount Auto Parts Machine, number 47, Chris Fontaine. The rookie out of Zephyr Hills, Florida, the Service First Housing Machine, number 21, starting in the 20th position, Robbie Storr. Out of Arcadia, Florida, starting in the 19th position, number 23, Mike Evans. Out of Carterville, Florida, the Don Robinson Concrete Machine, number 3, starting in the 18th position, Jimmy Castleberry. Hey, Jimmy, yeah, you run over this last time over at the USA. Did a good job over there running tonight.
Well, we got a lot better. We didn't have any brakes to qualify. We kept working. Now we finally got brakes and feel a little bit better about the car. But we appreciate the All-Sun County people here. Thank you for having us here.
It is a great crowd. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for everybody here. And the Sarah staff management, we really thank y'all for coming out this evening. You know, with driver introductions, starting in the 17th position, number 16, out of Alturas, Florida, the Eddie King Automotive Machine, number 16, Eddie King! Starting in the 16th position, out of Rangeton, Florida, the Swaggy Enterprises Machine, number 79, Glenn Swaggy! Starting in the 15th position, out of Orlando, Florida, the Big Daddy's Barbecue Sauce Prime Code Bad Boy Beaver Machine, driven tonight by Scott Remlin. Out of Davenport, Florida, the rookie starting in the 14th position, number 96, in the Greenleaf Golf and Country Club, Avery Septic Tank Machine, Michael King. The rookie of Orange City, Florida will start in the 13th position. He's sponsored by the U.S. Postal Service, number 63, Chris Lawrence. In his first race back since an incredible accident over at the U.S. International Speedway last year, we want to welcome back from Pinellas Park, Florida, and the JRA Air Conditioning Machine, number 77X, Richie Henderson. Reggie, only had a quick word with you, but it's the first time you've been back since your accident over there. I was there the night it happened. It was a horrific accident. It's a tribute to yourself and your dedication to this sport that you are back here racing tonight. Tell me about the emotions you must be feeling right now.
There you go. We're gonna wish the best tonight for 77X. No matter who the winner is in the checkered flag tonight, the biggest winner here tonight, Richie Anderson. Starting in the 11th position out of Claremont, Florida, the Florida Auto Express machine, number 22, Larry Osteen. The rookie out of Winter Haven, Florida, starting in the 10th position. He's sponsored by the 21st Century Fabrication, number 12, Mitch Clark. Out of Riverview, Florida, he was last year's Sarah Rookie of the Year. The 07 machine, sponsored by Mobile Connections, Associates, Insurance, and Diane Tie Glove. Let's give it up for the 07 machine, Jeff Schofield. He was a 1999 Sarah late model sportsman champion. He comes from right here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Nobody was run more laps than this man right here, number 7, Dwayne Dempsey. I'm not going to take work with you. It's not often we come to many tracks and you actually hear all these cheers for you. So this is kind of a great place to come here. You say how confident you are at this track. There is a lot of miles, but as I just talked to you earlier, mentally, I got to think that you are the man to be here. I've seen you run 3 different races in one day. That's got to tell a lot about you and the way you run this car and this team.
Well, that's it. You jinxed me now. I'm ruined. But, yeah, we have a lot of laps. This year's a little bit different than I'm used to, but we'll be good this season.
No doubt about it. Let's give it one more time. Dwayne Dempsey! Starting in the 7th position from Moose, Florida. Driving the number 2, Shell Speed Machine, Chip Shell! Starting in the 6th position, the rookie out of High Springs, Florida. In the Pierce Motorsports entry, number 36, Michael Ball! The rookie out of Gulfport, Florida will start in the 5th position. In the Gables Auto Parts machine, number 61, Richard Kelly Jr. Starting in the 4th position, out of Mulberry, Florida. He's the driver of the number 56 race car engineering machine. Let's give it up, number 56. Starting in the 3rd position, the rookie from Jupiter, Florida, the Murray Logan Construction Machine, the 1Ace car, David Logan! Riding in the 2nd position, last week's winner at the USA International Speedway out of Riverview, Florida, number 5, the AMS Garage Door Machine, John Boyd! John also went for you last week at USA International Speedway. You certainly couldn't ask for a better way to start off the season. You carried that momentum over here. You start on the outside, row 1.
Yeah, we didn't have bad traffic today. I almost didn't make the race. Got a bad accident out there. We got the car back together and everything. I hope we come out tonight with the same thing as we did at Lakeland.
You know, you had a great car last week, but really, your team really does a lot, just like they did today. Your team helps you out quite a bit. Tell me about this, guys.
Yeah, I tell you, I can't think of driving nothing. They wait every weekend, and they come to the shop and come all the way tonight to get the car ready, and you know, it pays off. It's racing in the garage a lot of times. I like to say.
One more time, let's give it up out of Riverview, Florida, number 5, John Boyd! And riding on the pole for tonight's 100-lap feature event here at the Sunshine Action Speedway, the rookie from Davie, Florida, number 161 in the 10th Blizzard machine, Bobby Bushman! Bobby had also won last time out of our U.S. International Speedway. You're riding on the pole tonight. Once again, you had a good run over there. A lot different track here, though. How are you going to change for tonight's race? Obviously, a lot of strategy difference, but 100 laps takes a long time. Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's pole for the 100 lap event out of Davie, Florida, the 161 machine, Bobby Bush.
Bobby Boschman and Joe Boyd on the front row. Boschman, the rookie, then David Logan right behind Boschman. They come off of 4. There they find the green flag. We're underway, the Sunshine Nation Speedway. Boyd and Boschman side by side. We saw it last week in Lakeland. And Wayne Morris back in 3rd place. Morris from the low line. Joe Boyd up on the outside groove. Now Boyd gets hung out. He's going to try to get back in line. Here comes the 61 car. Caution flag going to come out. Caution flag going to come out on number 47, Chris Fontaine. Trucker drops off the field over in turn 4. Bobby Boschman has the field in tow as they come out of turn 4. There's the green flag. Wayne Dempsey on the move in the CD Romas. Haines City Car Care Pontiac, you see, making a move around Michael Falk. Everybody now trying to get in line to clip off some laps here at the Sunshine Action Speedway. Now problems with the 06 Bramlin electric machine. That's Brad Hutchinson. He pulls Pontiac over to the infield. Your leader remains Bobby Boschman. And Joe Boyd. Joe getting a little loose, about made contact with the outside retaining wall. He's able to hold on. Wayne Morris running in 3rd place. Then the 1H car, David Logan, started in 3rd, finds himself back in 4th place. Richard Kelly Jr. running in 5th place. This Chip Shell, Jeff Schofield, and Dwayne Dempsey. Then the rookie Michael Falk. Michael trying to follow Dwayne around, trying to find that line that works so well for Dempsey. Dempsey working that outside groove. Talked to him early tonight about the looseness over in turn 4. He said he's going to choose to run the outside groove over in turn 4. Car's not sticking quite as well. Down the low side, and there you see Schofield getting up out of the groove. Dempsey able to hang on. Now Dempsey going to have to work his way around solar traffic. That's Richie Anderson. And Dempsey does, in fact, make the move on Jeff Schofield. Now problems, a puff of smoke out of the 63 car. That's Chris Lawrence of the U.S. Postal Service machine. We'll have to keep an eye on number 63 as he comes into turn 3. There you see perhaps a little tire rub as he comes out of turn 4. We'll see how that plays out. You can see as he goes around the turns, that car buries down the right-hand side. There you see that tire smoke. The car getting a little loose now. Jeff Schofield now back up underneath Dempsey. Dempsey up the pace a little bit. Now Michael Falk also going to make the move. Dempsey now working the outside groove. Could be hung up just a bit. Could be having problems. Dempsey's leaking water and is going to have to go to the pits. Bad news for Dempsey. 7 is in the pits. Dempsey out after the first lap of the first race of the year. Now only made it to the 19th lap of the second race. And he will indeed take that C.D. Roma's barbecue, C.D. Roma's Italian restaurant machine behind pit wall. Now kind of on lap traffic. Bobby Boschman, he comes up on number 40. That's Eddie Miller out of Pompano Beach, the rookie at number 40. He works his way to the inside. Joe Boyd now coming up, that's number 5. Now coming up on Eddie Miller. We'll see if Eddie moves over this time and allows Joe to get by. A little bit of racing room there for Joey. Joe now down the back straightaway. Breaks late as he comes into turn 3. They get side by side. Eddie Miller and Joe Boyd has some contact coming into turn 4. Now watch the side-by-side racing of Larry Osteen and number 21, Robbie Storr. Osteen and Storr going at it side-by-side. Storr to the inside, Osteen to the outside. Number 21 and 22 over in lap in turn number 4. Storr finally grabs the position away from Larry Osteen. Osteen, though, comes back right back. Now over in turn 3. There's problems. Eddie King gets together with the number 3 car, Jimmy Castleberry. Marlon Lynn scrambling for a place to go. To the pit area. We're trying to get word on the status of his car. The Jared Butterford Ford pace truck off the track over in turn 4. Bobby Boschman has the field in tow. They fire down the front straightaway. It's Bobby Boschman, Joe Boyd, Wayne Morris running 1, 2, and 3. Fourth car there, number 40, is a wrapped car. Then you're going to have the 1H car, David Logan, running in 4th place. 5th place, Chip Shell. 6th place, Jeff Schofield, the 07 car. Then it's the 61 car, Richard Kelly Jr., 36, Michael Falk. Now you see the awesome power of that dead wizard Chevrolet of Bobby Boschman out of Davie, Florida. He pours the coal to it, and he begins to check out on the field. Now the caution going to come. Wayne knows it's a long race. He's done a lot of these races on these short tracks here along this stretch of Florida coast, and he'll do it again tonight. There's a green flag. They fire off a turn 4. Bobby Boschman tows him down into turn 1. Now Eddie Miller moves to the outside. Chip Shell now trying to make a move on the 1H car of David Logan. Now Wade Morris up in 2nd place trying to run down Bobby Boschman. Morris getting racy as they come off at turn 4. 43 laps completed. 44 we come to the stripe. Good, clean race so far here on this beautiful facility here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Any one of these top 10 cars, problems now over in turn 4. And you got to think before this race is over. There's a green flag. Boschman fires on the front straightaway. Everybody now knows the tail. It's going to be halfway this time by. Halfway, lap number 50 for your leader, Bobby Boschman, the rookie out of Davie, Florida. Some good, clean racing so far. Here's the Sunshine Action Speedway. Halfway through the race, you got to start to question the wear on the tires. 100 laps into this race, how are the brakes holding up? How are the tires holding up? You'll watch these cars as they enter into the corners. Check those brake rotors. As they begin to heat up, you can see them start to glow. They're going to glow bright red before this race is over. You start to take a look at them. Here comes Schofield now. Chip Shell gets hung up on the outside. Drifts up the track just a bit. That car having some problems at Shell's feed machine. He's having some problems and falling off the pace. Losing power. It appears he's trying to find a place to get off the track at. And he is going to take that Shell's feed machine behind pit wall. That is bad news for Chip Shell. the 16 car comes back out on the track. That's Eddie King right in front of the leaders. King moves to the high side. He's going to let him race by. So now your top 5 cars. Bobby Boscheman, Wayne Morris, Joe Boyd, David Logan, Jeff Schofield. Your top 5. And 6th place car. Good run for Michael Falk, the rookie out of High Springs, Florida. JaredBoniford.com. The field now makes its way out of turn 4. There's a green flag. Wayne Morris tries to get the inside move on Boscheman on the start. Unable to do so, Boscheman shuts the door on Morris as they go into turn 1. Morris now flexing his muscle. He gets into the back of Boscheman just as they come up with 4. Boscheman's car needs to get a little bit of those green flag laps underneath him before he feels comfortable. But right now, Morris turns up the heat right on the back bumper of Bobby Boscheman. 'em. Joe Boyd begins to turn up the heat on 2nd place car, Wayne Morris out of Mulberry, Florida. Joe Boyd, the number 5 AMS garage door machine. Being followed right behind him, David Logan, the 1X car, the Murray Logan construction machine out of Jupiter, Florida. Now Joe Boyd takes a look to the inside of Morris. Morris could perhaps have worn those tires out trying to run down Boscheman on that restart. Boscheman now really flexing his muscles, checking on the rest of the field. All the battling down the back. Logan gets turned sideways a little bit as they come into turn 1. He's going to fall back behind Michael Falk. They're getting racing out for 2nd place. Joe Boyd going at it with Wayne Morris. Completed 72 when they cross the stripe. Well, the race right now for 2nd place between Wayne Morris, Joe Boyd, and Jeff Schofield. Michael Falk also involved, David Logan. Then the 8 car being driven tonight by Scott Bramlett, who started back in the 15th position. So good run for Bramlett in a very unfamiliar car. Bramlett, you got to feel being a little tentative, not wanting to wad anything up on a borrowed car. Here goes Boyd. Boyd once again takes a look to the outside. Morris drifting up the track, just about a half a groove. Almost stopped, it looked like, over between turns 3 and 4. Watch them now as they come into turns 3 and 4. Laps winding down now here in this 100 lap event. Now problems over in turn 4. Larry Osteen and Marlon on the whole crew, where we're going to be going, everything new that's happening in the Sarah Series. All right, we're back to green flag racing. Boschman, a good jump on the field as they come down the front straightaway. Boschman now works his way through 1 and 2. Mulberry trying to get by the lab car. That's number 40, Eddie Miller out of Pompano Beach, Florida. Eddie a lap down. He's up on the high side. Wayne Morris, Joe Boyd, and now problems. Jeff Schofield got together with Eddie Miller. And Jeff Schofield doing a great job of driving to hang on. They went over into turn 1, made a little bit of contact. And that back end wanted to swap ends with him. Now Joe Boyd gets together with Morris. Morris's car, I'm not sure about those brakes, could perhaps be going away just a bit. That car about looks like it's going to stop in between turns 1 and 2. Boyd trying to find a place to get around Morris. Morris, a veteran, makes that number 56 corrosion control machine very wide here toward the latter portions of this race. Don't know if he's going to be able to hold off the AMS garage door machine. Now Boyd and Morris go side by side. There's some contact. Once again, they almost come to a stop again. Morris and Joe Boyd going at it. And that has allowed Bobby Boschman to check out on the rest of the field. He crosses the stripe almost 3 or 4 seconds in front of the rest of the field. Michael Falk now finds himself up in 5th place, right behind Jeff Schofield. Good run for the rookie out of High Springs, Florida. He's running right behind the 1999 Sierra Late Model Sportsman Rookie of the Year, Jeff Schofield. Gotta believe there's problems with Wayne Morris's car. He's just not making it through the corners as clean as he once was. There you see Boyd really working over the back end. Gets a good run off of turn 4, off of turn 2. Has to check up as they come into turn 3. Check out the brakes this time on Morris's car. Once again, there you see him about to stop. Tires and brakes going away on that race car engineering machine. And now Morris to the inside. Boyd to the outside. Boyd trying to make his stick as they come out of turn 2. Unable to do so. Schofield now makes a move up underneath Boyd. Boyd got a little anxious trying to get around Morris. Morris, the veteran. But look at the man on the point, Bobby Boschman, the rookie out of Davie, Florida. Has that dead wizard machine hooked up and running very strong. Now watch the battle for third. Jeff Schofield, Joe Boyd, side by side as they come into turn 3. Caution flag going to come out. Running back in 5th place. Mike had a 6th place finish last week over at USA International Speedway. 2 very tough tracks, very different tracks. There comes a leader as they cross the stripe on lap number 89. Morris unable to get the jump as he had been before. Perhaps, like I say, the tires going away on that race car engineering machine. Joe Boyd makes contact with the rear bumper of Wayne Morris. Watch Morris once again. He almost stops over in the turns. Now Boyd once again getting a little racy, realizing the race coming down to the very last laps. Going to have to try to make a move here somewhere. But if he does, makes a mistake, he's going to have to deal with the 07 car Schofield and then Michael Falk. Here comes Boyd to the outside. 94 class completed. 95. Here comes Boyd to the outside. Tries it one more time.
Morris shuts the door again. They come out of turn 4. Boyd hard on the throttle. Once again to the outside. Tries to get that bite. Unable to do so. Now Schofield up underneath Boyd. Michael Fogg going to try to come right along. They're going to try to hang Boyd out. Boyd hung on that outside groove. Now Schofield turns up the heat. 97 this time by. 97 laps completed at the track. They come across the start-finish line. What's a battle for third place? Joe Boyd and Jim Schofield. Jeff Schofield now up underneath Boyd. Boyd now to the outside of Morris. White flag is going to be one lap to go for your leader. Now problems. Boyd spins out. Make his mark here at the Sunshine Action Speedway. The Jared Butterfield Ford Pace Truck off the track. Over in turn 4. Bolsheman to a crawl. Now he fires another first straightaway. Morris knows he has to make a move right now. White flag next time by. One lap to go for your leader on a Davey Ford of the Tin Wizard machine, Bobby Bolsheman. And down the back straightaway. Your leader now into turn 3. The checkered flags come out. Your winner on a Davey Ford on number 161, Bobby Bolsheman.
An awesome run, but there was some tough racing out there tonight.
Yes, only my third Sarah race, second one this year. Tough competition from the front to the back, so you can't make very many bobbles, but managed to finish 5th. I'm real proud of our results, and really having a great time racing against these Sarah guys.
You know, I tell you, we have seen a lot of new Sarah faces here, and David is just one of them. These guys, very new here in the series. You look at the damage, but these guys aren't afraid to stick their nose in here and really make a good race for the fans, and that's just what you guys did tonight.
Yeah, I've got a real nice car at home, and I thought I'd bring this one up. It's a little bit more beat up, but it's a fast race car. Thought I'd try St. Petersburg for the first time in a full-size car before I changed the body. Glad I did that.
There he is, one more rookie, David Logan! And now we saw that rookie. I'm trying to track down the other rookie right here. It's Pierce Motorsports entry right here at a high-speed Florida, Michael Fogg! Michael, I tell you what, rookie, last week you finished 6th at USA International Speedway. You come over here, you finished 4th. This Pierce Motorsports car is on the move. You got it hooked up. You and your dad really worked together well.
Yeah, it's pretty much just my dad. He helps me do every single lap of the race.
I don't doubt that one bit.
I don't even know what words to express that. I'm so happy to be doing this year so far. I want to beat Kip Pierce. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. Pierce Motorsports, Kevin, Billy, everybody that helps me to track.
You know, you bring a lot. I tell you what, not yourself perhaps, but you bring a lot of experience with your crew, with your dad. The car is running excellent. You guys have got it really hooked up, but you got to be surprised. You're running probably, I don't know the time. I know you're in the top 5 at points. You got to be really happy.
I'm so excited. I never expected 2 races to be in the top 5.
There he is, one more time at a high-speed Florida, the rookie Michael Fogg. Now finishing in 3rd place, the 07 car to Riverview, Florida. The Mobile Connections Associates Insurance Diane's High Glow car of Jeff Schofield. Yeah, he's got some booze, he's got some cheers out there. There's some tough racing out there, Jeff. You know, I used to be a rookie back there last year. I used to talk to you the same way. Now, I tell you what, you're just like the rest of these guys. You get out here, you beat, you bang, you do whatever it takes. You did a good job out there tonight.
Yeah, we're racing. I mean, this year's racing. We're not saving the car anymore. I mean, when the guys get hung on outside here, it's just eventually bothers me to slip. You know, unfortunately, I got into a couple people. Special thanks goes to Dan O'Connor for got the motor in there this week. We can race now.
Once again, an awesome run for you guys last week out of the USA International Speedway. You got to find yourself in the top 3 points out here tonight. I believe this will put you in the top 3 or the top 4, one or the other. Last year's Rookie of the Year, boy, you and your team really on a roll.
Yeah, we're tied up for 3rd right now with points, and this helped us out more. You know, I mean, the guy behind me, rookie or whatever. whatever you call it, but he's a good racer. We all be out because he was going pretty wild there for a while. If him, probably wouldn't be here.
Once again, let's give it up out of Riverview, Florida, the Santa Cruz, Jeff Schofield. I tell you what, this is going to be my most favorite part. Did you hardly ever hear this? We're going to come down to the car to finish in second place. Out of Mulberry, Florida, the race car engineering machine of Wayne Morris. I tell you what, Wayne, they're out here booing you, but sometimes I tell you what, it's not always the best car that wins a race or perhaps comes in second. You did an awesome job of holding this field back. You did everything you could. It was an awesome job by your whole team and by you especially. Yeah, I hate to be in that kind of situation, which would have been a little faster tonight. I had a brake problem, I believe. First 2 or 3 laps on restarts, it was pretty good. Then after that, it followed back. But, you know, I just had to hold it on the bottom and protect the bottom. You know, I get them outside if they get out there and go. I grew up on these type of tracks. I know how to slow it down if I have to. You know, and that really just goes to show your experience. Just as you said, you and Joe were going at it. It was a good race between you and Joe. You let Joe have the outside grip. You said, hey, if you can make it stick, more power to you. He slid back a couple times, but he tried to make it a good race. He did make it a good race, and that's what makes this series so successful, is you guys really do go for it. Yeah, that's what it's about. You can't blame Joe, man. If I was in his shoes, I'd have had to step out there and try to go too. You know, third, second, third, it don't really make no difference. You got to go for the win when you're racing. And I want to say thanks to everybody, race car engineering, Pete Orr. All these guys do a lot for me. Control, Central Mobile Homes, Daniels Plumbing. I mean, there's no way I could do this without this, and we want to thank the fans. I'm telling you, y'all, it's a good place to come race. I mean, y'all pack the stands. We love being here, and I hope we get a chance to come back. Before I let you go, and I ask you one question. You guys have really been running very solid for the past 2 or 3 years. You look behind you, there's some rookies back here, brother. They are breathing right down your throat. You and Dwayne have pretty much been on top of this series 1 and 2 going back and forth. Dwayne having his problems already at the beginning of the year. You had some problems starting out. Tell me about how it feels going into the 2000 racing season with these guys right behind you. I mean, this is one of the most competitive classes I've seen in a long time. These rookies are coming up. I got a lot of respect for them. They're putting the heat on us. You know, there's no doubt we're going to have to step up ourselves and start working a little later at night time, I guess, so we can pick the pace up. Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, one more time at Mulberry, Florida, number 56, Wayne Morris. Now we make our way down to the winner of tonight's 100-lap event here in the Sunshine Action Speedway. The rookie out of Davie, Florida, in the Dick Wizard Chevrolet, the 161 car, Bobby Motion. Bobby, you had this car hooked up. And I tell you what, on the restarts, you can see Wayne had a little bit on you, but as the race wore on and more of those green flag, more you ran into green flag conditions, this car was really on the move.
Yeah, the longer we ran, the better the car got. I mean, we could have went shorter racing left or right to start of it, and it was just that good. I mean, you got to be on your toes and Wayne behind you every time, and you know, I just can't. I'm happy. It's my first time here. I love this place. It's awesome.
I tell you what, you had to see these guys racing behind you. You saw him and Joe going at it. You had to be very happy to see that. But this Dick Wizard car really ran well last week. You've got to be the top rookie so far. You're doing a really good job. All you rookies have done a great job.
Yeah, thanks. My AMF chassis Chevrolet won it for the Progressive Race Engine for Dick Wizard. I mean, Bob Schaefer got it built the car, and you know the chassis calls tonight. He was right on the money, but it was a hell of a job.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Let's give it up for tonight's 100-lap feature event winner out of Davie, Florida, Bobby Moshama.
703 off. You got it. It's $537. Meet him down at the flag stand. Couple more high laps, we'll be underway. Open wheel modifieds getting set to go.
You know, you're one of those newspaper guys. I have to be careful. That's the way.
20 laps of action coming your way through the modifieds.
Oh, I'm sure.
Peter Martin and Alan Summers set to bring him down for the green, and Laverne Patrick puts it in the air. We're underway. Down into turn number 1, it's Martin on air. Problems as the 17 car off the pace on the start has piled up a couple of them at the back of the pack. That's going to bring out the yellow flag. We'll have
Need to pick up the pace and off for turn 4. Green flag is out and we are underway.
once again, this time Summers gets a good jump down into turn 1. Down the backstretch, Martin on the inside. Here comes defending champion Darren Jackson working the high side. Looking for the second spot, and oh, he gets tagged in the left rear quarter panel by the 10. He'll spin it around, do a 360. There's smoke flying. The 3 will spin around. So far, no yellow flag. And now finally the yellow flag coming out. Electric Motors, A&A Cut Rake Septic, Dockside Dr. Marine Service sponsors on his car as he brings it back for the green flag, and we're back underway. Darren Jackson in the Francisco's Custom Auto Body Special running in the second spot. Going to try to put some pressure on now. Chet Senikosoff in the 6th machine running third, and then it's Partolo in a return of the modifieds running in the number 9 car running 4th spot right now. Jim Kieran in the 4 holds down the 5th spot as Roger Stoll in the 99 looks to put some pressure on. Meanwhile, battle going on between the 2 machine and the 88. J.R. Wade in the 2 car. And, of course, Chris Robbins in that new sponsorship deal this year. Puts the pressure on down the backstretch on the inside into turn 3. And Robbins taking over the 7th spot. Darren Jackson, meanwhile, has taken over the lead and continues right where he finished off last year, winning the championship. Darren out front in the 73 car. Summers back to second. Senikosoff still holds third, Partolo 4th. All running nose to tail right there. Well, 1 car spinning around. It's the 51 of Heingardner over in turn number 2. He'll light him up. And here we go and move up to the high side as the leaders are coming. Another guy that ran awfully good in the heat race is now having problems in the feature event. Randy Rosenberg to 42 having his hands full of the 71 of Barry Bartlett is going to the outside. Here comes the 20 machine down to the inside. Tommy Schneider, makes it 3 wide in turn 3. He'll take the spot away. Rosenberg says, let me out of there. Here comes the 11 machine of Jimmy Thompson. Bartlett still working the outside line, this time working on Schneider in the 20 car. A couple of cars bumping together, the 10 of Martin and the 2 machine of Wade. Also, Dreyer, the 17, having his hands full right now. Meanwhile, your leader trying to get around the 51 of Heingardner. 3 wide over in 3, though. They sort it out as the 2 machine of Wade gets the spot for a moment, but here comes Tony Meehan in the 3 machine and continues. Darren Jackson trying to get around the lap car, the 51 machine of Heingardner. He's leaving it open, but making it very difficult for the leader. Summers closing back in now. Meanwhile, Partolo got his hands full. Senikosoff was all over the back bumper, but it's after Partolo's taken away the spot. Yellow flag coming out as the 2 of Wade is spun, and that's going to allow Heingardner to stay up.
Still trying to catch up. Jackson on the gas. Green flag is back out. 12 laps complete. 8 to go in tonight's modified feature event. Time to try together in Summers for that second spot. Meanwhile, Kelly working
going to bring Robbins right with him along the outside. Senekosov pinned up on the bottom line. Here comes Roger Stoll now. He's going to try it as well. J.R. Wayne, the two, going to be in front of your leader here in the closing couple of laps. Roger Stoll, the 99, making a move around the outside of Senekosov, and right behind him is the 20 of Schneider. Well, Bartley gets a little tap from behind with Jimmy Thompson. Jimmy let him straighten it up, though, and they keep on going. 2 laps to go. Contact between Rosenberry and Campbell back here as they're all going for it here. Here comes Jackson down. He gets the white flag as the 2-car Wade right in front of him. He's just going to let him stay there. Summers falls back, and that's going to leave it wide open as your defending Modified Series champion brings it down for the checkered flag, and Darren Jackson puts it in victory lane. Also, Meehan spinning on that last lap, sitting over in turn 2. But Summers will finish second. Good run in the third spot. Well, he gets a few pictures and stuff on the back stretch. We'll line them up. It's the 12 of Eric Kucha. On the pole, the 82 is Tom Bennett, the Ford. Become a member of the One Stop Auto Parts family and support racing here at Sunshine Action Speedway. 20 laps, mini stocks. Here we go. Eric Kucha brings them down. Tom Bennett trying to see if he can get a jump on the outside. It's the 40 of Dennis Valdez inside of row number 2. Skip Buchanan, the 49 outside. Green flag flies. We're racing. Down into turn number 1. Buchanan. Whoa, where's Bennett going? Big high line. Look out, Kim Servans. That's not going to be pretty. Oh, and they stack them up on the back stretch, and Mary Green takes a lick on the inside. As that one's set up with Kim Servans getting turned. Eric Kucha gets an early jump. Whoa, the 40 of Valdez trying to sneak on through and get sideways, but he hangs on. Bennett down into 1 and 2 a little bit better this time. He'll get a run down the back stretch. Here comes Sermons on the inside. The 05 taking a peek. It's the 35 of Randy Foote stuck down in turns 1 and 2. Well off the racing service down the back stretch. It's still the 12 of Kucha getting it done. Back under the stripe one more time. Yellow comes out for the 35. Here we go. Green flags flying. We're mini stock riding again. Kucha goes way down to the bottom. Bennett takes a look on the outside. Valdez and Sermons right there on the back bumper, making it look like it's going to be a 4-car race. Skip Buchanan trying to hang on in the 49. Mackie Mongold on the outside of Zolciak in the 69. Bennett squeezes it out up front. Now they're going to go 3 wide down the back stretch into turn number 3. Valdez gets clear of Kucha. Here comes Sermons on the bottom. Now Buchanan squeezes through. Out of turn number 2, it'll be Bennett, Valdez, Sermons, and going to be another 3-car race. Buchanan in the middle of 5. Not a good place to be. Mackie Mongold to the outside. Heads up, and Mackie gets her stop. Gives up a few positions, but dodges the wall. Down the back stretch, though. It's Valdez taking a look on the inside of the 82 of Bennett down into turn number 3. Out of 4. They'll be side by side at the line. A little bump and tap coming out of the corner. Bennett gets the advantage down the foot stretch. Dennis Valdez will mount another charge, but Sermons trying to close in. Zolciak got that 69 hooked up and running on the bottom. Oh, there goes something broke on the Bennett car. Maybe it was a brake rotor coming out from underneath it. Down the front stretch, the first 5 cars starting to gain a little distance on the rest. Bennett, Valdez, Sermons, Zolciak, and Nikens. Valdez making another effort on the inside of the Eddie to Bennett. Out of turn number 4, they'll come side by side. Zolciak will take a peek on the inside of Sermons. Through 1 and 2, Valdez starting to get a little distance. Now Bennett high on the outside, leaves room for Sermons on the bottom. Zolciak squeezes up tight and close. Out of turn 4. Top 5 right there together. Anybody's race. Zolciak taking a look on the inside of Sermons now, down the back stretch. Marty Nikens sticks it all the way in decides the 82 of Bennett. Sparks fly, but out of the corner, it's still Bennett by a nose. Halfway, 10 laps down, 10 laps left to go. There goes Taylor through the infield. Little agricultural racing, see if he keeps it running. Out of turn 4. Here comes the 40 machine of Valdez. Nikens negotiates the lap car on the turn number 1. Zolciak taking the peek on the inside of Sermons in the 05. A Fats Cats Cattery car versus a Gator printing car down into turn number 1, side by side. Oh, just a little tap. Zolciak sideways. He hangs on. Here comes the 30. It's the missile, Tim McPhail. Valdez having it his way out front now. As the 05 and 69 still fight for it. Here comes Marty Nikens. He'll make it 3 wide down into turn number 3. Marty Nikens makes it work. The Python sticks it way down in there and gets away with it. Down into turn 1 now. It's Valdez, Sermons, Nikens, Zolciak, and McPhail. Out of turn 4. 5 laps left to go. 5 more times around. Nikens taking a look on the outside of Sermons down the back stretch. Out of turn number 4, it's still Valdez out front. Nikens trying to hang on the outside of Sermons. He'll make it work through 1 and 2. Down through turn 3, Sermons runs it a half a length higher. Pushes him up. Nikens still out there taking a look around the outside. Sermons can't afford to go too high because Zolciak will sneak through on the inside. This time by, 2 laps to go for the 40 of Dennis Valdez. Nobody falling behind in this one. They're slipping and sliding. Here goes Zolciak to the inside. He'll try to make it 3 wide into turn number 3. Sermons and Nikens side by side out of the corner. It's going to be Nikens at the line for the white flag. Nikens clears him. He's got a half a lap to make up for the 40 of Valdez. Down the back stretch they come. Zolciak takes a look on the inside of the 05 and Sermons out of turn 4. It's Valdez on the point. Marty Nikens tracking him down will finish second. Sermons third. Zolciak will settle for 4th. And the missile, the 30 of McPhail, will get. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, a big hand for Dennis Valdez. Well, while they're taking some pictures, surprise anybody, Leonard and his associates are back to lay claim to one of the biggest anticipated events each and every week here at Sunshine Action Speedway. Leonard Barber McHugh supported racing in Florida for many years. They love auto racing. They love figure eights. Let's go figure eight racing. Green flag drops. Looks like the 1 of Baranowskis on the inside will get the advantage. Zebo in the 17 pulls into second. Here comes the Grasshopper third. Art Calkins taking the long way around Hino. Oh, where's he going? Now at a 3 wide, heads up. Moctezuma gets by. Grasshopper shoots from third to first. Out of turn number 3, it's Art Calkins third, Zebo second, and Ron Veller starting to pull a little distance in that first spot. Back through the intersection one more time. Looks like the one of Baranowska is having some problems. Veller out to a good lead. Florida Final Coat 04 doing a good job. The reliable number 11 slides into the second spot. He'll try to track him down as Zebo tries to hang on in that economy, caulking 17. The Lugnuts Race Barn Grill, of course, helping out Zebo. The 74, that's Haig. He's moved up into the fourth spot already. Hano hangs on to the top 5 spot, with Dwayne Thompson looking to get his nose into the 5th spot. Back through the intersection one more time. Ron Veller making it look easy. There goes the one car off on the backstretch. Baranowskis pulls it up short of coming through the intersection, so Wayne Calkins in the 14 back there in the back. He'll have to watch out for Ron Veller. 20 laps to do in this one. Art Calkins slowly inching in closer and closer to the 04 of Veller. Lots of racing action. Here comes Hollywood Ron Davis. Now look out. We got the 09 of Jimbo Leacock and the 14 of Wayne Calkins side by side. That'll slow him down a little bit. Here comes the leader. That's the first close call through the intersection for 2000 on the points nights. Back through one more time. Here comes Veller. Jimbo Leacock already backing off for him. Art Calkins inching up closer and closer. Zebo trying to hang on to third. Back through the intersection. Veller, he knows he's there. Back through one more time. Now it's going to get a little hairy as Zebo's still having to hang on tough out front. Art Calkins making it through in front of Wayne. Back out of turn number 3. Art waiting for the opportunity to make the move. Grasshopper trying to be steady and run clean down on the bottom, make him go the long way. Back through the intersection one more time. Your 2 leaders, quarter of a lap on the lead. Art Calkins waiting for his chance. When will he make his move? We don't know. Halfway, 10 laps down. This will be lap 11 coming up. Now the 78 of Bob Haig starting to come into some trouble as he comes out of turn number 2. He'll have to watch out for the leaders. Just makes it through. Next time won't be so easy. Zebo finally gets caught on the outside through 3 and 4, but Haig back on the inside. Art Calkins all over the 4. The 04 of Veller back through the intersection one more time. Zebo working hard out front there. Here comes Hano to get underneath the 74 of Haig. That'll give Zebo a little breathing room, but here comes the 89 of Hollywood Ron Davis. He's making his way to the front. Heads up! Now we're going to have to... Art Calkins knows he's got to go around somewhere. Got to make his move pretty soon. Here he goes on the outside. Trying to hang on back through the intersection one more time. Art takes another look on the outside. Will he cut it back down, try to go inside? Grasshopper looking at that 15 car. Oh, Catarelli holds up for him. Gives him a little bit more breathing room. Zebo still hanging on. Now he's got Hino all over the back bumper. And a chain race behind him as he tries to hang on with 5 laps left to go. 5 more times around. Oh, it's getting closer. Next time through, it's going to be really close. Back through the intersection one more time. Looks like green flag flies. Veller trying to sneak away. Zebo cool the tires down, see if it helps as he comes out of turn 4, trying to track him down. Hano in the 8th, trying to make a run for that second spot, see if he can do any damage. Back through the X one more time. Leaves 4 laps left to go in this one. And Hollywood Ron Davis takes a look on the outside of the 74 of Haig. He'll get the position on the crossover. Down on the inside. Nope, backs off, gives him room. Out of turn number 2. Zebo having some trouble through 1 and 2 this year. Going to start to get it to turn through 3 and 4. Now it won't turn through 1 and 2. Here comes Hollywood. Hollywood Ron Davis up on the back bumper of the 17 of Zebo. Ron Veller way out in front. Looks like he has this one in the bag unless something comes off of it. Hollywood Ron Davis trying to make his way around Zebo. They get hooked up together. Ron Davis jams the tire up in the wheel well. Now they come apart. Zebo pulls on away from him. As they get stuck together there for just a second. One more lap to go. White flag flies. Davis trying to make the move on the inside. Zebo trying to protect the bottom. They get together. Now we really got them clanking and banging up in turn number 3, but back through the intersection one more time comes your winner, Grasshopper. In the 04, Ron Veller gets it done. Back to the line. Oh, just barely. Zebo, I believe, hung on as they bounced off each other there at the end to get the second spot. Well, don't go far because we got some great action coming up with 2 feature events in our Enduro class. Tony Monica in for the call.
Okay, thanks, Bill. As we get set for 2 Enduro 15-lap races, and these are some of the most patient drivers around, waiting all night long to get out there and get going. In the first Enduro race in the 02 is Pete Krakalici. In the 39, Lonnie McCurdy. In the 43, it's Matt Carruthers. That's a 74 Le Mans. The 17 cars in this first 15-lap Enduro as they take the green flag side by side into 1 as they work themselves now into 2. The 02 of Pete Krakalici now gets out. He's going to bring the 43 of Carruthers with him. The 39 going up high into turn 3 and 4. That's Lonnie McCurdy. Now the field starts to work their way down the front, stretching out now. Pete Krakalici going into turns 1 and 2. Getting that pressure now from the 43 of Carruthers. Got that car hooked up. That's a 74 Le Mans as Carruthers now works on the tail end of Pete Krakalici. Field now starting to stretch out. Jackie Jettle in the 06 working her way up to the front. Okay. As they come across the line now, it's 3 laps in the books. Pete Krakalici took the pole. He's hanging on to it now, doing a good job getting pressure from the 43. That's Matt Carruthers. Fred Judy working his way up to the front. He started 8th. He's in the 96, that white car. Now 3 cars breaking away for the lead. Second group there now with a 39. Lonnie McCarty holding on to that bunch with Jackie Jettle in the 06. The 17 of Tom Phelan, he's working his way up in that red car. Good battle now for second between The 43, that's Matt Carruthers. Here comes the 96 now. Good run for the 96 of Fred Judy, working into second place. Got under Carruthers, and a good move for the 96. Now they work their way down into 1 and 2, as now 3 cars start to stretch off and take away from the rest of the crew. Good run now as your 3 leaders go down the back straightaway. 6 laps in the books as they're working on lap 7 in this 15-lap event. Good side-by-side racing as they make it 3 wide down the front chute as they pass the lap car, the 53. Jackie Jettle now in the 06. He moves into 4th. Slides under the 17 of Tom Phelan. Good run for Jackie Jettle in that 06. Meanwhile, now the 02 of Pete Krakalici takes the other 2 with him. The 96, that's Fred Judy. And the 43 of Carruthers in there, taken off from the rest of the gang. As Jackie Jettle tries to get herself back up to the front of the pack. Good run now as a 22 making his way up to the front. That's Mike Hill. He started dead last. So the field now starting to stretch out as them 3 stick together. Carruthers in the 02, the 96 of Fred Judy working his way up to the front. And of course the 43 of Matt Carruthers, he started 3rd, and he's still hanging on to 3rd. 10 laps down, 5 to go. 15-lap enduro. Now some slower traffic as the 53 is kind of going to hang up Krakalici. Let's see what they can do. The 96 now works the outside. Fred Judy goes on the outside, makes it 3 wide at turn 4 down the straightaway. Good battle for Judy as they go side by side in 1 and 2. Good battle. Krakalici feeling the pressure. The 43 of Matt Carruthers now hanging on his 3rd still. Couldn't make a move. Good work out there for the 96. Fred Judy putting the pressure on Krakalici, and gets a little warning from the flagman. Take it easy, but a good battle in turns 4 as they came out of that. A good run. In 4 now, it's Jackie Jettle still battling her way up to the front as slower traffic seems to be a little bit of a problem for Pete Krakalici in the 02. Has a slower traffic, the 47. That's Rick Botts moves out of the way. Is going to head to the pits. They'll be looking for the white flag with 1 lap to go for your 3 front leaders. The 02 of Krakalici hanging out. He started on the pole, the 96 of Fred Judy now getting up in there in 2nd, putting pressure on Krakalici. The 43 of Matt Carruthers trying to do something, but just hanging back. Look at this. Now working on the inside. The 70 Krakalici holds on in turns 4. And the 43 of Matt Carruthers takes 2nd. The 96 of Fred Judy tried to make that move in turn 4 and just couldn't get under there. And I got 2 there, the 96 and Krakalici. He also has some of that sponsorship, Dolphin Marine. So we'll get the 1 lap sign to go. 15-lap enduro race as things look to a safe place for that pace car, we hope. Looking for that green flag for the number 50 of James Ellershaw. Everybody bunches up. Green flag comes out. Here they go. They're going to bunch them up quickly. A couple into the wall right now. The 88 in the side. That's Bobby Matthews. Gets a little bit knocked around, but they keep on going. The 98 does a little dirt tracking. Jeff Haven, as the rest of the field kind of breaks away from the back. So no yellow, and a kind of a rough start as they work their way down the front chute into turns 1 and 2. That's the 50 of Ellershaw. Now the 24 of Dave Cleary in the red car. That stripe car is there. Herman Brame in that one. The 18 of Larry Brandon. He's going to work his way up in that green car. The 00 of Angela Fisk looks like she's going to head to the pits. Had some problems in that early mess. As now the 50 of Ellershaw is getting some pressure from Harold Brame working on the inside in turn 4. Here comes Brame now. He gets into 1st down the stripe. Harold Brame now takes over in that number 55, striped-looking American-looking flag vehicle. The 18 of Larry Brandon now in the green car. He's working at Ellershaw in turns 3, sliding under Ellershaw. And he's going to get past him now at the stripe. The 18 of Brandon now moves into second. The 50 of Ellershaw kind of hung out on the outside in turns 1 and 2. Here comes the 24, Dave Cleary in the red car. He's going to slide under Ellershaw in turns 3 and 4. And Ellershaw now starting to fade back. As now here comes the 61 of Auchenwald. The 85 is Eric Murray in the blue and white lettered car, trying to get up to the front of the pack. 5 laps in the books. This is 15 lap enduro race. Good battle now is the 18 of Brandon. He's working down the back straightaway on the 55 of Brame. Going into turns 3 and 4, he's sneaking under the 55. Working down the front side by side. Brame holds on to that spot. It's a good battle now from the 18 of Brandon. Side by side in the 2, going down the back straightaway. Good battle as the 18 of Brandon now working on that inside. Just barely getting past him in 3 and 4. Down the straight now. Here comes the 18 at the stripe. Very close between them two battling. And in the meantime, the 24 of Cleary falls back to third. Nine laps in the books. Side by side, the 18 and the 55 of Brame going at it. Here comes the 61, going to try to get in there. Now they come down the front straightaway. Brame gets past the line. This time kind of gets away from the 18 of Brandon. Auchenwald in the 61. He's going to go with him. The 24 is fourth. Dave Cleary in the red vehicle kind of faded back a little bit. Here comes the 55 of Brame with the 03 kind of getting in the way now. That's a lap vehicle. That's Hermanson, the 03 Monte Carlo. Kind of give Harold Brame a little bit of space to breathe. It's now 12 laps in the book in this 15-lap enduro. As your front 4 cars kind of stretched out a little bit, that lap traffic slowed them down. It's kind of a break for the 55 of Brame. The 46 of Kerry Tarpley gets into the wall along the front straightaways. Now they're getting the 1-lap sign coming up for the 55 of Brame. Harmon Brame now working on that last lap. Kind of getting away from that trouble spot there with the pressure from the 18. Now it's a battle between Auchenwald and the 18 of Brandon for third. And second now. He'll be picking up the checkered flag for the 55 of Herman Brame. What a good run for him. Had a lot of pressure. Checkered flag for the 55 of Herman Brame. Good run for him.